Hello and welcome to the Trans-Nation Saturday League. I am your host DxT Hobo and today I'll be commentating on the Trans-Nation T3 League on Xbox One. So we've got jumped to the first race of the season, which is going to be Russia, as we're going to have a mixture season, as it's not going to be official, bit mix up a little bit. So normally I am joined with a couple of hosts, but today I am on my own. So I'm going to quickly post up the links for you guys to watch on our Discord channel. And after the race, all the streams will be appearing on the DxT TV Live YouTube channel. So if you hold for 1 second, I'll just quickly post this up. Right, now before I read through the cars and their drivers, I will quickly to say if you did watch this live on Saturday, you would have noticed that my voice was extremely muffled by the sound of the F1 cars going around track. So what you're listening to right this second is actually a pre-recording I'm doing on Monday at 6 o'clock. So you might just hear me talking twice in the background, talking about a complete different matter, but this is a complete pre-recording or post-recording, I should say. So don't fret, it's not your stream going wrong, it's just you're hearing me twice because it was recorded twice. I'll even give you a little example now. I'm going to stop talking. That voice is from Saturday. That is past me. Hi, past me. This is going to be present me. So it's going to be a bit weird, but we will make it through for this recording. And I will try and make sure my mic is sorted for the next one. So I don't have to keep on doing this because it's not exactly fun for me to keep recording and hearing myself talking over and over and over and over again. Okay, so we'll leave that as is and we'll jump on to the drivers. So as you can see, we don't have a full grid for today's race. We've only got 12 drivers, so not a lot of the cars will have a driver in them. But we'll start with Mercedes, the nice black Mercedes. We have CJ Vipers. In the Ferrari, we have Jack Cole. There's no one currently in the Red Bull, whether they're not here or not being allocated yet. So there is spaces, guys, if you do want to join. In the Renault, we have Furby. In the McLaren, we have Undefeated Rob and DxT Fluffy, so that'll be our first full team, as it were. In the AlphaTauri, Tauri again, that's another both car drivers. We have DxT Joker, and filling in today is Golden Egg Fryer. Alfa Romeo, we're going to have WCD Quitos. In the Haas, we have WCD Carlos Wolf. In the Racing Point, another full team, we have Freedom Scott and Lord Vader. And last but not least, in the Williams, on his lonesome, we have Brad AFC. So there's going to be your drivers for today. I will say, sorry guys if I get any mispronunciations in your names. If I are wrong, just send me a message, text me how, or say text me, message me how you say it phonetically, and I will try and get it right for the next race. But sometimes old habits do die quite hard and I can't get out of it. So we're going to stay on board with Fluffy for the next few minutes and see how he gets on in his lap. So you should see it's very wet out there. He's just about to start his official first lap. Brad is just ahead of him at the moment. So goes around this very fast section of track. You need to definitely stay on this dry line. We've got yellow in sector 3. I'm not too sure what that is at the moment, but we'll keep on going at the moment. So also what I would like to mention is what Trans-Nation are doing for this season is an overall Drivers Construction Championship. So before, obviously, traditionally we've got the Drivers Championship, which is just for individual drivers on the individual points. Then we have the Team Constructors, which is both teams from that league combined to go for the Constructors title. What Trans-Nation are doing with the 3 different leagues is having an overall, so all the scores from the Haas drivers in tier 3, 2 and 1 will be added up together, and that will go towards the overall constructors title. So which is going to be quite interesting, to be honest, because you can never pick your tier 3, tier 2 drivers. Obviously you get to pick your tier 1 drivers if you're in that league, but it will make an interesting race because it will be complete mixed up. You can't really decide your teammates are going to be, so it'll be quite good to watch that. So I've got the track map now open so we can have a little better look on who is where on track. Currently on board with CJ Vipers going round. I say that and we change. Oh, Brad has just set a 1:45.855 in the wet. So first person to set a time. currently sitting in provisional pole at the moment. We have yellows in sector 1 and that sector 3 as well, but I think that's the McLaren moving out of the way, I hope. Hopefully no one's gone out the trace this early. So, we're getting a bit wide there, the Alfa Romeo of Quitos. Very fast. This is difficult turning to do. Not very good to do in the dry, let alone doing it in the rain. Off the race line a little bit, it's going to be very slippery. Misses the apex there, goes very wide on the exit. So that's not going to help his time whatsoever. Furby's just come in with a 149.449. So he puts him up into second place with yellow flag in sector 2. That was a spin in from DxT Joker there, facing the wrong way. Hopefully he didn't get too much damage, but it looks like he is moving and underway. So we've got fairly, well, basically everyone's on track now. One car looks like it's in the garage at the moment, or a few cars in the garage at the moment. But, another couple of times come up. Lord Vader jumps up to the second place on a 1:49.333. CG Vipers set to 1:51.9, so not able to break the 150 mark. But it's very early, still got 12 minutes left in the quali. Oh, there's a big lock up there from Quitos, who overshoots that corner and probably will have to bin this lap. Won't be a fast one. So see if he goes around again for another fly, or are we just going to dive into the pits? But it's a very difficult track because we get a new fastest lap and a poles hitter of Golden Egg Fryer setting a 1:45.059. Puts him up in very clearly by 8 tenths from the car behind. So very quick time there from Golden Egg Fryer. As watch Quitos go around the corner. What's he going to set? It's not going to be a quick one. 1:54.8. So it's to be expected. He did lock up in that last sector. So, Freedom looks like he's invalidated his lap. So this won't be anything to be crossing the line on. We'll see if he goes round again. But this is a very difficult track to stay on. You make one little mistake, you go off onto that, especially in the wet. If you go off the track, you're going to invalidate. Oh, yellow in sector 1. Looks like it's... We'll say it's Quitos. Looks like he's lost it on the second corner. That is, again, it's a very difficult set track. Difficult corner, as I said in the stream earlier. As Freedom comes round. I think this is not going to be a lap. He has invalidated it. So we'll stay on board with him, see if he goes round again. So well, that would have been a 150. That would have put him up into 7th. But again, it's not a quick time. He can go and have another crack at it. Hopefully, Dixie's Fluffy can stay out of his way. Yes, he can. Good awareness there. As we see another McLaren get out of the way there, or of undefeated Rob. Carlos has just set a 1:46.6. Oh, he's got up. Sorry, change subject. Oh, he held that extremely well going around that section there, but he did lose the back end. That will cost him time. We'll see sector time as he crosses the first sector. So 37.3. He gets a better slip again coming around now, but he is holding it fairly well. CJ Vipers gets out of the way very nicely. He's doing very well, to be honest, at the moment, hitting all of these apexes. Perfect there. Yeah, another yellow in sector 2 and 3. I believe that's his cars again get out of each other's way. Nothing major yet. So far, no new times. This will be the next new time, I believe, because the Renault in front is on the yellow section of track, so he's not having a good time out there. I believe that is Furby in front. 198 miles an hour there, just touching it as he comes round. Very close here, especially doing that in the wet, trying to slow this car down to near enough 0 miles an hour for that corner. Last sector to go, 3 more corners. Powers it down. 2 corners to go. Perfectly hits the apex there. Last corner. What can he do? Can he make it stick? Good. Bit slow out on the exit. Goes a bit wide and invalidates it. What a shame. A 1:46.5. That would have put him up into 3rd place. So that is gutting. 2 invalidations there from Freedom, but he has got a lot of time. We'll go on board with Fluffy now, who was behind him. So, nicely into turn 1, quickly into turn 2, and around into turn 3. That's difficult left hand. Technically, I will believe it is turn 3. You've got to make sure you stay on this dry line for turn 3, because if you come off of it, that track is like being on an ice rink. It's not comfortable to be on. So, obviously, I don't know at the moment if the race is going to be dry. Technically, I do, because this is, like I said, a post-recording, but we'll play along. As Carlos just sets a 1:44.689 and goes fastest on them into tyres. So it's not dry. The track ain't going to be drying up anytime soon, I don't believe. It's going to be wet throughout the whole. But we'll carry on. So going back to Carlos's time, he's gone a full 4 temps faster there, or 3 temps faster, I should say. So very good time. We'll go round with Fluffy still, see how he's getting on in TV Pod. See what speeds he can set going down this section of track. 192, 195, 196 miles an hour into the heavy braking zone. No lock up there, probably he has got it ABS on. Last section of track here. With 3 corners to go, let's see what he can do. Brakes nicely here. Very nice again. Slow and steady. Could also be very quick, you never know. No wheel spin. 2 more corners. Very nicely clips the apex. Last corner to go. Oh, turned it a bit early there, which compromises exit speed and sets a 1:46.46. I think that was 456. So puts him up with the 4th. Undefeated Rob crosses the line and sets a 1:50.3. So not a bad time, but for 4 seconds fast, 4 seconds slower than his teammate there. See, this has triggered now the release of Brad. Brad just set a 1:44.796, which brings him up in the 2nd place, which means Golden Egg Fry has now come out to try and set his lap to stake his claim on pole position. We'll see what he can do as he goes around the track. So this is definitely his outlap at the moment. As you can see, his ERS is on 0, so not wasting any energy, I should say, right there. Let's have a little look. So guys, as I said, this is the T3 race. Got 6 minutes in quali left, so we'll see Brad there moving out. It's Brad? What am I saying? Golden Egg Fry there moving out of the way. Yellow in sector 2, that would be caused by him, moving out of the way of the track. As he gets ready to set his flyer. He's got a little way to go yet. He's taking it very easy. He's still got 5 minutes to set a lap yet. I will say, it is difficult to commentate on your own. I'm so used to having a bit of banter between my co-commentators. But on your own, it's very difficult to try and just keep talking absolute garbage for so long. So guys, sorry I am boring you. Yellow taking 1 and 2. So I could have a spin there in the 4th corner, or the 3rd corner, not too sure about that. I think it's the 3rd corner from Quitos. I will stay on board. Oh bloody hell, 1 sector, 1, 2 and 3 now. But one of them is... there we go, it's Rob. Get out of the way there. We'll stay on board Golden Egg Fry as he goes around to set his lap up into hot lap. Needs to get a good exit out of these 2 corners. Oh, a bit shaky there, but he should be okay. Here we go. So he starts his flying lap now. Hopefully it doesn't affect his time too much, and he can still fight for the pole position here. He'll have to gain about 4 temps. So we'll see what he can do in the 1st sector. Speeds 195 miles an hour he sets going into that 1st braking zone. Round the left hand, long left hands, which he has been very good at today. We have been on board with him. Perfectly holds the line even. Nice clipping of the apex, bit out of shape there. We'll see what his sector time's going to be. He might be down because of that. He is 4 temps down, so... And there we go, he has binned the lap. He's down into 0 for ERS, so he has thrown in the towel on that lap. He's still got time to go around and set another. The only other person on track at the moment is, on a lap at the moment, is Furby. Furby's about to come around the last 2 corners. We'll have a look on the mini-map there, see what he can set. We're going to stay on board with Golden Egg Fry though. Furby... So he's gone slower in that lap, so it didn't go faster at all. So he'll stay where he is for the time being. There's still time to go around, so don't panic there. So, heavy braking there into that section. Good job that the tyres aren't as realistic in real life as it is on the game. So, 3 corners. He's going to try and go for another one. Full ERS. Let's see what he can do. ERS is now turned up. Hopefully he can get a better exit out of this corner, because he did go wide and got a bit unstuck. Very nice there. Last corner. Good exit, so that'll help him out on the next run. As you can see, it was 2.8 seconds slower because he did turn off the ERS. Does gain you a lot of time in this track, or in any track really. So still just touched 196 miles an hour there as he goes into the first and second corner. Round to the third, holding that very nicely as he goes round. Touch of locks there, locks up a little bit. We'll see what he can. It might be okay. We'll see. He's still 10th down, but he might have enough to gain elsewhere on the track. That's not going to be enough at the moment if he wants to compete with the likes of Carlos Wolf and Brad. Oh, big spin there. That's going to cost him a lot of time as he comes to the longest part of the track. Very nicely cuts that corner. Doesn't lose too much speed. We'll check his speedo, see how fast he is. As he touches 190, 192. 192 miles an hour, but does set a purple sector. We have seen cars go faster around there, but obviously maybe the lower downforce, or the higher downforce, he might have be better in other parts of the track. But I don't think he'll be catching or be fighting for that pole position. We'll see what he can do. 2 corners to go. Very nice. Still 1 minute 30 to go. So it's time he wanted to go around again. Oh, he's gone 2 tenths faster, but not enough to break into that first row. Set at 144.8. Brad's on his outlap now. We'll see what he can do. Be fighting for this number 1 spot. He's already gone a purple sector 3 in his outlap, which is very impressive to do. See the speed difference he gets. 196. He's already hitting the 200 mark now. A lot faster than Golden Egg Fryer. As Joker retires, it looks like it is in the pit garage, which is not going to affect anyone on track. But Brad is storming it around at the moment. Oh, gets a bit out of shape. As I say, that's commentator's curse, and he gets a bit out. Oh, that's going to ruin his lap. We'll see what his next time's going to be like, but it can't be good for him. He's still down. He's still down in his time. Sorry, I'm saying down. He's up on his time. My 1/10 up on his time. Very impressive. So we'll see what he can do. We'll stay on board. Unfortunately, that could have just thrown his chances of getting pole, though, because he would have been on for a stormer if he didn't have that little spin there. With 10 seconds to go as well, he won't have enough time to cross the line a second time. This will be his final go. Jack Carl not setting a time, which is quite strange. Not sure what happened there, but we'll see if he's okay in the race. Hopefully he is there. 198 miles an hour as he set going down there. Last sector. So 4 corners to go. There's your 4th, immediately into the 3rd, clipping apex on both, but he's got the throttle down too early, and that's spun. Oh, that's going to be unfortunately the end of his lap there. As we see, Golden Egg Fryer has pitted. Carlos Wolf going to be your pole sitter for today, but we'll see what he sets. I wonder if he can go any faster than he is now. We join him in sector 2. Speed he's hitting, we'll have a look. We'll jump on board with CJ Viper first. Glad he crosses the line for his final time. Doesn't go any faster, unfortunately. We'll go back to Carlos. With 4 corners to go. 4th. Onto the 3rd. Doesn't make the same mistake as Brad does. Powers down. Brakes for the 2nd to last corner. Blocks up a tiny bit. It shouldn't affect him too much with 1 corner to go. He crosses the line and he will set a 1:43.667, which is unreal. A full second faster than 2nd place with Brad. So there you go. The track must have been drying up a lot there for him to set that amazing time. So currently just waiting on 2 drivers to cross the line. We have Furby we're on board with now, and Quitos right there. He looks like he has invalidated his lap, so he will not be setting his lap. So it's just Furby to go. We'll see what he can set. He's gone very wide there. The commentator's curse hits again as he comes on. Just jump on board of him, he makes a mistake. Well, we'll see if he's up in his sector when he goes round the final sector. He might be still in with a shot. He's gone wide again though. That's not going to help him. I can't see it being faster here, but you never know. The track, if evolution has improved, he might be going a lot faster. We don't know until he crosses that sector mark, which he does now. He's 4 tenths down on his time, so he will not be setting a fastest lap time unless he can find, or say that, and he just misses his gear there. So it's not going to be a good time for Furby. Goes extremely wide on them last section corners. He will cross the line though. He will not go into the pits. Misses his braking point completely there. Bit of a slip in. Holds it. Last corner. And crosses the line. 6 tenths down. So unfortunately he will not be moving. So this looks like it will be your driver's order for today. And here we have your grid order. We'll start off with your pole sitter is WCD Carlos Wolf in the Haas. Brad is in the second row and locks it out in the Williams. Golden Egg Fryer in the AlphaTauri comes third. DxT Fluffy in the McLaren is fourth. Freedom is in the Racing Point in fifth. Viper in sixth in the Mercedes. Rob, not too bad, considering his teammate is in fourth, comes in seventh. We have Joker in the AlphaTauri in eighth. Lord Vader in the Racing Point in ninth. 10th is Furby in the Renault. WCD, again I'm trying to pronounce the name right, Quitos in the Alfa Romeo is in 11th. And finally, didn't set a lap, but I'm not sure why, is Jack Carl in the Ferrari, in the lone Ferrari. Yes, I know Quitos just misses out on that top 10 spot, unfortunately. Waiting for the game to load up for the next, see what the weather's going to be like for them. It's going to be a lovely dry race by the looks of it. Nice clear day. Sun is shining. The birds are singing. But the singing of those birds are about to be completely overwhelmed by the sounds of 12 F1 engines revving up on that starting grid. That was awful. Do you know what? I miss Alex being here because he does this so much easier than me. But it's only me. So, sorry guys, we gagged you a little bit. But, I'm going to have a little quick drink. It's still very hot in England at the moment. Good job. My fridge is in my room. 15 seconds, the session starts. So in this time, drivers will be getting their strategies, their setups on, making changing their fuel, talking with their teammates if they have that option. And guys, if you are watching this, you like watching the streams, stay tuned. So here we go. So we've got formation lap. Formation as we get going now. Does look like it's going to be a nice clear day today for these drivers. Carlos definitely set the pace today in that wet quality session. Very impressive times he was setting. If you're new to F1, you're wondering why the cars are weaving side to side. They're just warming up their tyres ready for the track, because a warm tyre will have more grip, aka will be faster. I'll have a look what cars they've gone on. So, other than CJ Vipers, Lord Vader, who are on the medium tyres, and Golden Egg Fryer on the hards, everyone's gone for the softs. Obviously they had the option of any tyre they wanted because they qualified on intermediates, so they can go anywhere. Bit of a surprise from Golden Egg Fryer, got on them hard tyres. But you never know, it may help them out in the long run. We'll wait and see on that one. But personally, I think if I was up in the top 3, I would have gone for the softs, knowing that you're going to be fighting for a lead. But he might not say, no, I don't. You never know. A lovely AlphaTauri there. AlphaTauri even, I should say. Very nice colour combo. Looks like the Williams a little bit. Oh. So, with 12 drivers to go, looks like Jack is underway, so I don't know why Jack didn't set a lap time there. Maybe he had car problems, you never know, but he is racing. Looks like he is going to be there. As we watch the cars go around to do their warm-up, weaving side to sides, getting all the heat they can into those tyres. At some point here, the AI will take over the cars and they will line them up on the grid automatically, save the drivers do it themselves. So Furby's quite happy with his qualifying as well. We have the predictions for the tyre strategy. So they're saying a one stop here, pitting about lap 11 to 16 for either tyre. So started on the softs. Be interesting to see what the strategy will be for the hard tyres, but we'll see. It's a nice little addition that Codemaster's thrown in there. As we wait for these lights to change, everyone to get in a position, and there you go again. Okay, so 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights, and away we go here in Russia. Hopefully we can get a clean start away. A couple of cars already moving in the mid-pack. Bit of contact in between the McLaren. Oh, big contact there. There's a bit of wing guide everywhere. So the McLaren did smack into the Mercedes, who smacked into the Force India, and then hit the AlphaTauri as well. So not a very clean start, but all drivers look like they've got away safely. We'll stay on board, see what's going on here. Very close round here. Nice from Fluffy up into... So Fluffy and the undefeated Rob in the McLarens up into 3rd and 4th. That's a brilliant start for those drivers there. Golden Egg Fryer has dropped down into 6th place. Obviously, them hard tyres are not doing him any good at the moment. But he said this is a marathon, not a sprint. They will come into play eventually around this track. That's a very good start from the McLaren boys there as they're going round. We'll have a look at any damage that's happened. Looks like they're all quite clean at the moment. I can't see any wing damage. Nothing there. Looks okay for the time being. Also has the move there going from DxT Joker on his teammate, Golden Egg Fryer. Oh, there's a contact there between Golden Egg Fryer and CJ Viper even. Looks like he was slammed the door on. That will make him be dead last. Hopefully he got no damage from that. I'll probably go down to a steward's inquiry if CJ did manage to clip that. We'll wait and see at the end of this race. We won't be able to know now. But Carlos and Brad are pulling away a massive lead as the timing table is now screwed up. Putting Fluffy in first. The pit strategy, there you go. It's just a reminder, it's come up again. They'll need to keep on seeing it though, unfortunately, so we'll keep on going. Hopefully the timing table will sort itself out in a minute. But we do know that Carlos Wolf, he's not in 9th, he's currently in 1st with Brad in 2nd. So yeah, it is all completely messed up, but hopefully when they cross this next sector line it will fix itself. We'll wait and see. It's starting to fix itself, I think. I don't know what is going on with that timing table. Looks like we're starting to, here we go, back to normal again. Oh, that was weird. Gotta love the glitches in this game. So we'll carry on. Notable changes at the moment. So Golden Egg Fryer dropped down 4th, sitting in 7th from his 3rd place spot. Not a good start from him. Viper's obviously had that big spin with contact with Golden Egg Fryer there, so that puts him into 12th place from 6th. As the AlphaTauri goes very wide there of DxT Joker. The biggest gainers we've got here at the moment, undefeated Rob up 3 along with DxT Joker. So that's pretty good at the moment. Fluffy in 3rd place must be quite happy with himself at the moment, as Brad and Carlos have left the guys behind. Bit of wing damage there, and I just saw. Brad says fastest lap. I say so. 2.6 seconds these two are from the rest of the pack at the moment. Oh, we have a pitter. Freedom Scott is pitted for a newbie. So there we go. That was the damage we must have had on that first lap. onto the medium tyre, so we have to stop again, obviously, because he needs to use both soft compound of tyre, unless it does rain, but we don't know at the moment. He'll have a very lonely recovery race at the moment. CJ Viper is slowly catching up to the back of Lord Vader, but it will take a while before he's up where he was in 6th place. He lost a lot of time with that contact, but he is on that medium tyre, so you never know, it could come into play later on in the race. Brad is now within DRS, so DRS is now open as well, so he can have a chance to overtake with less drag. We'll see what he can do. Gains about half a second there, so not close enough to make a move, but he is closer to make a move in the future laps. Undefeated Rob is chasing down his teammate there, Fluffy. Another move there being made by Jack Carl. Brilliantly around the outside of Quitos, and then onto the insides, as it's a very strange corner, or strange straight, I should say. So it brings up into 8th place. Bearing in mind he started last, he's had a very good start. Brad sets a fastest lap of 1:36.103. With DRS open again on Carlos, we'll see what he can do. Not enough to make a move there. So Carlos has got a lot of straight line speed in that Haas. Brad can't do anything to break it at the moment, but in the same way, Carlos can't break him out of that 1 second mark. This Joker has overtaken undefeated Rob there. We might have just missed that one. So that brings Joker up into 4th and chases fellow DxT member Fluffy. But Rob is coming back on him. Down the inside, brilliantly moved there, but will he be able to make it stick? Next corner, Joker has got the inside, takes it. Oh, brilliant move, brilliant play. Undefeated Rob did have a little look for the switchback, but not enough there to make it stick. And picks up a penalty for that as well, 3-second penalty. So DX Joker will chasing down his fellow DX member, DxT Fluffy. Now boys, you are representing us, don't let me down. I am watching. So there you go. So there is a slight glitch there you can see with the tyres. Apparently Golden Egg Fryer and Lord Vader is on 0 lap old mediums, but Freedom Scott is, but the guys that started on anything other than softs still show they have 0 laps for some reason. A lot of bugs in this game, which is very unfortunate. Lord Vader there chasing down Quitos. Oh, gets a bit of a tank slapper there. It does keep it though. Just holds it around the last 2 corners. Hopefully it's a good exit out here to make an attack on the Alfa Romeo driver. His overtake is activated. His DRS will be 2. That will give him a lot of speed. A bit late to activate his DRS there though, so that will make him lose a bit of time. But we'll stay on board. Not too close to him, to be honest, so doesn't bring him in to play yet. Golden Egg Fryer is chasing down Rob, so this could be the time where these hards are starting to come into their own now, and the softs are starting to lose life. Because it was about lap 11 we said, or the insight said that it would be time to pit. So about the peak of the softs will be about now anyway, whereas the hards have still got a lot to go. So he has now got DRS on undefeated Rob, so opens that up nice and wide. Doesn't look like it's close enough to make a move. Oh, Rob cuts the corner a little bit there, does gain a bit of an advantage, so he will get a warning for that. Bear in mind he's already got a warning there. I say that, Joker picked up a penalty for multiple warnings. Egg Fryer has a look down the inside, but doesn't go for it. Probably waiting for the DRS section to come in. Needs a good exit out of this corner though. It's very good because DRS will be opening. Overtake is activated. Just give a bit of extra power. This should be quite a simple move as he goes round and makes it look so easy. Rob was a sitting duck there. Undefeated Rob has been defeated by Golden Egg Fryer. Brilliant move. And be on the back of his teammate DxT Joker very soon. Whether they have team orders placed, we don't know, because I don't think they're in a party together, as Cold Neck Fryer is a cover driver today. But the gap between Carlos and Brad and the rest of the pack, 6.8 seconds. But yet, Brad is still in DRS zone of Carlos and not been able to make it stick. He just drops into the 1 second, but his activation point must have been still within. So we'll stay on board. It doesn't look like he's going to be close enough to make a move though. So, very good racing from these two at the moment here. But Brad is still clawing him back. He's still keeping him within that 1 second. But I say that now, he just goes slightly over. I don't know if he had DRS activated. If he's not careful, he's already lost a 10th down. There we go, Carlos is set at 136, so he is putting the hammer down to try and break that DRS. And it looks like he has. There's no DRS there for Brad, so this is Carlos's chance to pull away as fast as he can. As the gap increases to 1.5 seconds. The gap from Brad to Fluffy, 7.4. So these two are definitely in a league of their own at the moment, racing around this track. Fluffy has a lot to do if he wants to catch up, but he is 3.2 from DxT Joker, who is struggling to catch him at the moment. Gold Neck Fryer on the chase as well, 2.4 seconds from his teammate. So he is slightly gaining, ever so slightly gaining every single lap. Undefeated Rob lost a lot of time there. He is 2.7 away from his, his teammate, away from Gold Neck Fryer, who overtook him a few laps earlier. Track is very spread out at the moment. There's no clear battles on track we can go and have a look at. Have a little sneaky vape there. It's a downside about being commentating on your own. There will be some dead space where I can't fill it. I sometimes need to have a little drink or a little vape every now and then. Carlos has pulled 2.2 seconds from Brad now after breaking at DRS. Brad's nearly 8 seconds now ahead of Fluffy. And Fluffy 4 seconds from DxT Joker. Jack is closing the gap very slowly on Furby there, 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds about away. Lord Vader 1.5 from Quitos. So again, he's on their medium tyres. He did start on those medium tyres, so they're 8 laps old. But as you can see, the time difference he's gaining there is unreal. He's 1.3 seconds away from him now. So them soft tyres might be slightly die very quickly. Carlos Wolf is completely out in front now, 2.6 of Brad. But yeah, the leaders there are definitely running away with it. Freedom picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That could change the outcome of this race when it comes to the end. I don't like to look at the end who has penalties, because I like to have a bit of excitement during the end of the race. Obviously, he did pit for that new front wing very early on, and he was on the medium tyres to begin with, so he's on the medium tyres again, which means he will need to pit again. Jack is very close now to the back of Furby. Although Furby does look like he's pulled a bit of a gap on him. As Vader retires, which brings out a VSC. We was just on Lord Vader, so I wonder what happened to him there. Looks like he might have just overshot his braking zone. I can't tell exactly where he crashed, but it looks like it's right after that long straight. So this VSC will give cars a chance to pit and save about half the time it would normally take to pit, as all these cars now driving slower. but it has now been released as Carlos Wolf picks up a drive-through for speed and under the VSC. So that is not a good thing from him. He was having such a good race up in front on his own, but that will definitely screw up his strategy now. And that will mean Brad will take over the lead of this race when he does come in to do his drive-through. So Furby did choose to pit under that VSC, so he would have gained a lot of time compared to the others. Does go a bit wide there on them fresh mediums. Using his overtake a lot, as you can see, he's got 4% left. Rinsing that ERS. So we'll see when Carlos is going in to do his drive-through. He's turf 7 it now, straight away. Straight away, which means Brad will take the lead of this race. Carlos will be dropping down to probably about 4th or 5th. As you can see on the mini-map, Fluffy will be overtaken, as well as the two AlphaTauri people guys. We'll just see, will he be able to stay out ahead of the other McLaren? It looks like he will, but he'll now be involved in this battle he didn't want to be involved in with Golden Egg Fryer on those hard tyres and DxT Joker. He's got a lot of making up to do. His freedom because of another 3-second penalty. Currently on board now with Golden Egg Fryer. He's still trying to catch on to the back of his teammate there. Obviously, on lap 10 now, they will be pitting in the next lap, as the estimation says, for a fresh set, so he will have the track to himself. There he goes. Vader has now left session after his DNF, which is unfortunate. But we'll carry on. Still got a race, still got 11 drivers left on track. Golden Egg Fry still not within that DRS of the DxT Joker. But he will be gaining ever so much as them soft tyres are starting to lose life now. As they're into their 9th lap. We'll about to start their 10th lap on those tyres. Plus obviously their quali. So they will probably be feeling the strain of those tyres. As I say that, DxT Joker has spun, letting his teammate through. Luckily enough, he manages to hold it and hold on to 4th place. But that is the sign for him. That's his tyres saying to him, look, Joker, I want to pit. I've had enough. And there you go. He has come into the pits. Probably at the perfect time for him. He will be the first to pit on these soft tyres. We'll see what he puts on. So they're recommending the medium tyres, as you can see there on the graphic. Pit windows open for the medium tyres for a 1 stop. And it is a medium tyre. So there you go. Very good stop there from the AlphaTauri boys. Joker will come out, it looks like, in 7th place, and has also Rob behind has also pitted for the medium tyres there, as you can see, which means CJ will take over, and so will Freedom Scott. CJ also has those taken over DxT Joker, so he'll come into the middle of this battle here. Not good for him. He's not in clean air at all, with CJ not meant to be where he is. Hello, hello, I'm not supposed to be where I am. Whatever that song goes. That's an inside joke between me and my partner. But I can hear her giggling in the background. But there we go. So, DxT Joker now has to get past CJ, who is not needing the pit yet, as he did start on those medium tyres. It's not helped his race at all, and he will be under attack as well from Freedom behind him, who again also needs to pit for a new set of soft tyres. Fluffy, he's coming into the pits as well now. So we'll see what tyres he puts on. Big lock up there as he crosses the line. Hopefully he didn't get a drive-through for that. Oh, as Carlos overshoots it a little bit. He's not having a good day at the moment. Does pick up 3-second penalty for that technical corner cut. Golden Egg Fryer goes up in 2nd place. So Brad choosing to stay out on these soft tyres. Obviously he must feel he has a bit more life left in him. Golden Egg Fryer is chasing the back, but look at that gap, 17 seconds, which is basically a free pit stop for Brad to pit and come out in first again. Jack goes up into 5th with the Haas in the pits. We'll see where he comes out. I think he is very clear, but he is chasing down Fluffy as well. Freedoms is coming into a lot of traffic as well here as the 2 cars come out in front. Brilliant move just to get out ahead of that Mercedes, and all 4 of them go wider on that second corner. And all that, Furby has overtaken Quitos, I believe, because Quitos was in the pits. Brilliant so far. This close, it's so close. Don't know who's going to be up in front, but it's a little train here. Battle for 5th place, I believe. Carlos chasing Jack now. Yeah, the 7-second gap as Brad has now decided to pit. Brad from the lead. Where would he come out? I believe Golden Egg Fryer will take the lead of this race, but will have to pit. So we've still got Brad on the. There is a word for it. I can't remember what it is though. Begins with P, but he is on theoretical pole at the moment. Puts on them medium tyres. Will he come out ahead of Fluffy? I believe he will. The gap is quite large between the 2 drivers. Fluffy's not even got around that last corner yet, and Brad is already back up to racing speed. We'll see how fast he can catch on the back of Golden Egg Fryer. Freedoms is chasing CJ Vipers. This will be a close little battle. Bearing in mind these guys pitted about the same. Well, I say pitted about the same time. CJ is yet to pit, but Freedoms had to pit earlier for that wing damage he had. DRS is wide open. Not much overtake to use there. Used a lot of ERS in this race today, compared with CJ of 30% left to defend. He's still got it open, trying to pull away as much as he can from that pink car. So Carlos is starting to gain on Jack ahead of him. Joker still keeping in touch with him. Needs to get within that 1 second mark to pull a little bit of slipstream with that DRS open. Freedoms is right on the back now of CJ in that black Mercedes. But the DRS will be wide open. If he can get good exit out here, this should be a fairly simple overtake for the Force India driver. Jump in a TV pod with him, see what we can do. Using all of his overtake and his DRS, but still quite far away. Will he have a little look down the inside? Chooses not to. Probably a wise move. Have to wait until the next DRS straight to have a move on him. He is very close behind, so CJ needs to make sure he gets a good exit out of these next few corners. Freedom's always looking for that little gap he can to have a little overtake on him. Jack has now gone into the pits for his tyres. Vipers and Freedom's coming around the finish line. Look at that. Very close here. DRS is wide open again. Overtake open. Full throttle. Look at the full speed of that. 204 miles an hour. Makes it look easy as he goes round. Will CJ try and fight this? Oh, it looks like he's going to come back on him. He's going down the inside of this left-hand corner. This could be a brave move. Can he make it stick? It's very close. It looks like it was a spin. Or was there definite contact, or was it hit the wall? But there was definite damage from someone's wing there. Freedoms will hold the position for the time being. It looks like, yes, CJ has lost a part of his end plate going around that left-hand corner. So that's not going to that's not going to help him at all going around this track here. I'm not sure if it was contacting the 2 drivers or it was just contact in general with the wall. But again, these guys will normally stream their races, clip it in, and send it into the stewards to be looked at the end of the race. So we'll have to wait and see what the outcome is from that one. Carlos on board now. Brad is 2.3 seconds from Golden Egg Fryer, who still holds that first place at the moment. But bearing in mind, Brad has already pitted. He holds the overall first place at the moment. As you can see there, CJ and Golden Egg Fry are both yet to pit. Lord Vader didn't get that chance, unfortunately, going out so early in the race. Very good racing from the guys here. But not, oh, say that. CJ is at, oh, he's pitted. So there you go. CJ has now pitted for his soft tyres, and apparently they're 14 lap old. And a new wing there. So he has had to get that new wing done. Must have been fiddling it around the street circuit. But yeah, apparently he's on 40 lap old tyres, which is ridiculous. I don't know how that works out, Codemasters. But hey ho, we know the game's full of bugs. But we know he's on 0 at the moment. It's at the back of the grid now. So 12 seconds from Quitos ahead of him. Not had a good race so far. Hopefully he can try and catch up. He'll be begging for a safety car to come out at some point in this race to give him a chance to attack. Brad is now 1.5 behind Golden Egg Fryer. This should be a very good battle here. But both, bearing in mind these guys are on different strategies, I wouldn't expect Golden Egg Fryer to battle too much, as it will ruin both of their tyres. But when you're ahead of a car and you're leading a race, you don't tend to think about the long game, you just think about the short game. We'll see what happens in the next few minutes. But you see there, Brad gaining ever so closer every single corner. Lost a bit there as he goes through. 1.6 now. Jack Carl is 1.6 now behind Furby. I don't think it's close enough yet, as Carlos picked up a 3-second penalty. So that's not good for Carlos. That could potentially affect the end of his race. Bearing in mind he's already had to pit for had to serve a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. Brad's 1.3 now behind Golden Egg Fryer. Won't have DRS yet, but on them fresh medium tyres, he will gain a lot of time down this straight as he enters the 1 second mark now. So again, these guys aren't necessarily battling on track. They are on different strategies. Don't need to have this battle really. Golden Egg Fryer would be wise to move out of the way and not to fight this. We'll have a look, see what he does. And he does. He dives into the pits. Doesn't want to get or give him that toe. Gets into the pits nice and early. And now he'll be on for them softer tyres to make a play for this top 3. I believe he'll be putting on the medium tyres, but we'll wait and see. No, softs, I am wrong. Soft tyres. They are going to be very quick. Bit of a galag there as well, so hopefully I didn't cause him too much. But where would it bring him out behind? It will bring him out just behind Carlos. On them fresh, well I say fresh, this is 16 lap old softs, which is, God knows this game. But they are fresh softs. And he can now attack the back of that Carlos Wolf, Fluffy, and eventually Brad if he can get up there quick enough. He's got 10 laps to gain, well, say 20 seconds on them guys in front. Freedoms has now pitted for his final time, putting on them soft tyres and a new wing to boot. Possibly got damaged with that incident with CJ and CJ earlier we saw. Where will it bring him out? It looks like it'll bring him out for round 2 of Freedoms versus CJ. So we'll see what this little battle here. These two guys don't give an inch when it comes to racing, as we've seen already. Who will come out ahead at the moment? It looks like it's going to be Freedoms just as they go into the break-in. No, I'm wrong. Oh, brilliant overtake there from CJ as he goes round the outside. But again, oh no, it's going to happen all over again. Brilliant move, bit out of shape there CJ, but he holds it together this time. Freedom, advantage to Freedom at the moment, but bearing in mind Viper is on them, sorry, Freedom is on them fresh soft, so Viper's going to have to try and catch up. They are both fairly new tyres, so we don't know. There could be a little battle here between these two guys at the end of this race. On board now with Golden Egg Fryer. He's 2.7 behind Carlos and gaining. Furby picks up another 3-second penalty. The gap between Freedom Scott and CJ is 1.2 now, so Freedom's making the most of those fresh softs, trying to pull out a big gap as he can. DxT Joker with a 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings. Golden Egg Fryer is hunting the back of that hash as fast as he can. He's only got 9 laps to see if he can try and claim a podium. Freedom Scott, another penalty there, 3 seconds. We have a yellow in sector 3. Looks like it's a McLaren. Let's have a look who that... Oh, Freedoms has spun right outside the pit lane. That's called a safety car. Safety car has come out. This will make the race very interesting at the end. I wonder what the drivers will do. Will they pit for soft tyres to go to the end? We'll wait and see. This not helped out Golden Egg Fry really, who has just pitted on them soft tyres, and CJ as well. We'll wait and see what these drivers do. Brad does pit. Brad pits in, going for them soft tyres. Hopefully to get faster around the end of the race. He has obviously got a massive gap there, so he should come out in first place. Assuming Fluffy pits as well, we don't know yet. The Force India boys look like they're getting ready for a pit. Fluffy's not pitted, Fluffy's going to stay out. Fluffy has stayed out. Carlos has come in. Golden Egg Fryer has stayed out. Who will come out ahead? Brad or Golden Egg Fryer? Has Rob picked up a penalty there for speeding? But everyone, all eyes are on this. Brad just pulls ahead. So Brad will hold second place for the time being. Fluffy on those medium tyres. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do, because the cars behind him will all be on them soft tyres. Joker's also pitted for the softs. Undefeated Rob has just come into the pits. And he's sped as well, so not only has he got a drive through, but he's just sped under the pit lane. So his race has just gone bad to worse now. We'll see who else is going in for these soft tyres. So Furby has decided to stay out along with Jack. Both guys are staying out of the pit lane for the time being. Quitos, again, 5-second penalty for speeding under the, or speeding into the pit lane. Quitos has come into the pits as well for those fresh softs. Okay, Rob's gone out on the medium tyres. This is quite a strange decision. Maybe he didn't have any softs left, but it's not a bit strange on that one. Softs can make it to the end, as we know. So, hopefully these guys can catch up to the safety car. At the moment, it looks like Freedoms won't be able to catch up to the back of this in 3 laps time, but we'll wait and see. Been a very exciting race today around Russia. But it's nice to be sitting here not knowing the drivers too well, so it's learning all their little characteristics. Fluffy on the mediums, I'm not too sure is the best idea in the world. He should have pitted for those soft tyres, but if he thinks he has the pace in those, maybe he should stay out for it. But personally, I just think he'll be overtaken so quickly from the 4 guys behind on them soft tyres. Safety car should be coming in on the next lap, and it stays out for about 3 laps while the cars go round and they clear any debris they have on the track. Hopefully, should have enough time for Freedom to catch up to the back of this. He is currently entering the long straight in sector 2, as the safety car is in sector 1. These cars will be able to go full speed until they reach that safety car where they have to stay behind. But this could be an exciting end to this race with 7 laps to go. Most of the drivers opting to go for the fresh softs. Golden Egg Fryer, obviously, with those older soft tyres, he just pitted before. He's one of the biggest losers today doing that. Well, apparently his tyres have done 21 laps, whereas also CJ has done 25 laps on those softs. So good little well done, Codemasters. Brilliant. Brilliant as always. Freedoms might just be able to catch up now in sector 2, so he'll be going full throttle, So not necessarily saving any tyre life, as he'll be gunning it the whole way around just to try and catch up to the back of this. Very close race, close at the moment. This could be anyone's race. I think it's safe to say Fluffy won't be finishing in the top 3. I just got a feeling he's just going to go down to the back of the pack quite quickly, considering he's on them medium tyres.
What's your predictions for the race? You got any comments about the way the race is going? Just general thoughts. As long as it makes sense.
See there, drivers are warming up their tyres. No safety car is in this lap, although it should be, as Freedoms has now reached the back, just as I said at the end of sector 2, and safety car is in this lap. So this is going to be the restart. Fluffy will then start to back up the pack, try and get as much room he can between him and the safety car. As contact at the back, that is Jack hitting the back of Rob. Jack will have to serve a 5-second penalty for that and have to get a new wing. Not a good start, Jack. Didn't have set a time in quali. He's up into 8th. He will have to pit, so he'll be at the back of the pack now. Ooh, Rob nearly hits the back of the Renault driver there, of Furby. Safety car is released. Jump up. Jack is now going to have to pit, unfortunately, for that new wing. Brad is approaching the back of Fluffy very quickly and has made the overtake stick on the very first corner. Fluffy couldn't even hold the lead for one corner. Does cut that second corner a little bit, and it's going to lose 2 places as Golden Egg Fry goes around the outside. Brilliant move. Fluffy does have a little look, see if he can get anything back, but not going to happen in the moment. Comes under an immediate attack now from Carlos. Can't do anything at the moment. Has a little look, does the Hash driver. As the 2 boys, 1 and 2, start to leave the pack away. Carlos needs to get past this McLaren as fast as he can, and if he wants any chance of that first place finish. So, going around that last corner, see DRS will not be activated for the next 3 laps. Don't think it will make a difference though, as the softer tyres will be unridiculously fast. That is not even a word to what that was. He goes down the inside of the McLaren driver. Oh, but Fluffy does shut the door and it makes a mistake, which leaves the room open. There's contact there between the Haas and the McLaren. So far, the McLaren is still ahead as he goes through to the 3rd sector. Does eventually have to concede that position, but will leave Joker next one to attack. Have to shut my door a little bit. I'm getting loud as Brad does set a 1:33, the new fastest lap of the race. Joker will be trying to get past again this McLaren driver on them medium tyres as fast as he can. Doesn't look like he's got enough there to make it stick. So he's going to wait until the next part of the track to have a go. Is he going to get around there now? We've seen a few overtakes around this left-hand side. A lot more grip will them soft tyres have. He's going for it. Gets to the inside line for the next corner and pulls out ahead. He is in 4th place. Fluffy into 5th, and what I've said has happened. Fluffy has dropped down from 1st to 5th with all them cars behind on them fresh soft tyres. Little battle here at the back. Jack has overtaken Rob. As you can see there, Rob looks like he had to pit. Not sure what he was pitting for there, but maybe he did break his wing after the safety car. But Freedom is all in the back of Furby here. DRS still not inactivated yet. Will be on the next lap though. But Freedom on those fresh softs. Sorry, Freedom chasing Viper, I believe. I'll get that wrong. Quitos has made the move on Furby. Brilliant move there from Quitos to up into 8th place. And we have CJ versus Scott for the 3rd time today. Hopefully, again, there's no contact. DRS is now enabled for the this lap, which means Scott will be able to open that rear wing up and get all the speed he can do. He kicks up a bit of dust on the exit there. DRS is there wide open, using up his ERS. big gain of speed there, but doesn't look like he's close enough. He's going for it. He's going to go for the dive. Brilliant overtake and makes it stick. CJ is going to have a little look down the inside. I can't see because this camera angle isn't brilliant, but it does look like Freedoms will hold this position. And he does. Brilliant move there from Freedoms in that racing point. Fantastic driving from the pair of them. They've had their little bumps and scrapes today, but when it comes down to it, they do give each other a lot of room to race. Furby's fallen off the back of Kritos there, 1.2 seconds now the gap. Golden Egg Fryer 1.3 behind Brad in front. Obviously Brad is on those ultra fresh softs, whereas Golden Egg Fryer didn't have that advantage of pitting on the safety car. Carlos will be chasing down that Alpha Tauri driver ahead of him. We'll see what they can do. The gap between them is 2.9 seconds. Only 5 laps to go in this race. It's very close from these two guys. But again, the pack is starting to spread out a lot now. No one is within a second or less than a second. CJ, it looks like he's going to try and make another move on Freedoms. But I don't think it's happening yet. He doesn't look like he's going to be within the DRS. But we'll have a look, see what if he can make it. Doesn't look like he can. No, looks like Freedoms again just keeps ahead of that black McLaren. Black McLaren? Black Mercedes. What am I on about? I'm not on the right planet. Golden Egg Fryer 1.5 from Brad. So with 3 laps to go, Brad is currently in the lead of this race. Golden Egg Fryer second, 1.6 behind. Carlos Wolf in the Haas, cut behind him of 2.3 seconds. DxT Joker behind Carlos, 2.6. DxT Fluffy, 2.3 behind Joker. Freedom Scott, 2.5 behind Fluffy. CJ is starting to fall off the back of Freedoms now. Quitos in 8th. Furby in 9th. Jack in 10th. And your 11th driver missing out on the points is undefeated Rob in that McLaren. He's very much off the pace now. He's 23 seconds behind Jack, and Jack is 26 behind Furby. So they've not had a good race. Obviously, Jack we saw have that incident. We have yellow in sector 3, and it is a Joker again. Spins in the exact same spot as earlier, so that cost him 4th place. That's so unfortunate. Doesn't look like he got any damage though. No, it looks fine for the time being, but it will be under attack now from CJ Viper, who will smell blood on that Alpha Tauri. We'll have a look and stay on board with this. Will he have his DRS open? Yes, wide open for the DRS there. Won't be able to make the move yet. So the next few laps we'll have a look. Golden Egg Fry has taken 2 tenths away from Brad now. 1.3 second in the gap. Carlos 2 seconds from Golden Egg Fry. So these three are starting to close in on each other. Fluffy 10 seconds away from them. So unless something major happens between this front three, Fluffy is not going to be close enough unless penalties come into play as well. Freedoms is on the back of Fluffy now. He's gained a lot of time. 1 second now as he comes into the sector 2. He is closing down that McLaren. Hopefully, if he crosses this line within the 1 second mark, he will have DRS, and I believe he will. We'll jump on, but yes, he was. There we go. DRS will be open. I don't think he may be close enough to make a move yet, but the beauty of DRS, you don't necessarily have to make the move there and then. He's still got 3 laps to make this move and claim that 4th place spot. So he gets a bit closer to the back of that McLaren. Hopefully waiting for Fluffy to make a mistake. That's what he'll be sitting in that helmet thinking. But 3 laps to go. You don't really need to worry. Fluffy, don't forget on their medium tyres, didn't pit. You have another yellow in sector 3. It looks like it was Quitos has spun, which has let Furby through. So Quitos now down into 9th place. I don't think he had any damage to his car though, as he looks to have a little move down on Furby there, but not going to happen yet. Furby gains a lot of time there out of that exit. Freedom's still within a second of DxT Fluffy. DxT Joker trying to recover from his spin. He's 1.6 behind Freedom's. This is going to be a good little battle between these three drivers here. Quitos is now on the back of Furby, just under half a second. So just like we've got two close battles, two close freeway battles by the looks of it. We'll stay on board with this leader pack at the moment, with DxT Joker chasing down Freedoms. Freedoms will have the advantage of DRS who will get from DxT Fluffy. If DxT Fluffy can hopefully battle with him a little longer, it will bring in Joker into play on this battle. It's very close at the moment. The gap between Brad and Golden Egg Fryer 1.7, so Brad started to pull away a little bit. He's got that gap to maintain now. 2 seconds of gap between them now. We'll jump on board with Freedoms as he's approaching the back of Fluffy. Joker's a bit too far away at the moment to do anything about it. But I guarantee Fluffy will not give up this position very easily. The gap between them now is 5 tenths, or half a second. DRS will be wide open. We'll jump on board and see what he can do. Doesn't look like he's close enough though to make this move. That McLaren seems to have a lot of straight line speed compared to the Force India. And he said he's been Force India for years. Racing point. Quitos is under attack. Sorry, Quitos is attacking Furby. Goes to go down the inside and makes it stick. Will he be able to? Oh, locks up, which will let Furby back through. Or will it? It looks like Furby's going to hold it around the outside and keep that 8th place spot for the time being. Great racing from the two of them. Brilliant there. We'll jump back on with the battle for 4th place between DxT Fluffy, Freedom Scott and DxT Joker. DxT Joker has nearly pulled in that second gap. Well, now he's under the second gap. We'll stay on board. Oh, this is going to be very close. This is the last lap of the race. As Brad crosses the line as your Russia winner, Golden Egg Fry comes second, Carlos Wolf comes third, but we are all watching this battle for 4th place. Freedom tries to go around the outside of Fluffy. But what's going to happen here? Oh, my Joker's gone down the inside of Fluffy. Didn't expect that one from him. He will hold that position, I believe. In fact, he takes... Oh, unfortunately, the order doesn't change too much due to penalties. DxT Fluffy holds 4th. DxT Joker in 5th. Freedom Scott in 6th. Now we've got CJ, Quitos and Furby battling it out for 7th place. Quitos, bit of a stupid move there he's made, which does let Furby through, but CJ will hold on to that position just on penalties. Quitos, I'm not sure what he was doing there. That was a very reckless move. The gap was always closing. It was never going to be there for too long. And all it's done there is cost him a potential... Well, could have cost him 9th. If Jack has less penalties than him as he crosses the line. I believe he might be lucky though. We'll stay on board with Jack. Jack will claim 10th place. 11th place we have undefeated Rob when he does cross the line. But what a last lap. There were some brilliant overtakes there, some not so brilliant overtakes there, but amazing drive from the guys here in T3. Brilliant there. Very silly move there from Quitos though, I've got to admit. But that was an exciting 3 laps. Your driver of the day there, DxT Joker. Congratulations to him. That move on Fluffy was unreal. Unfortunately, didn't mean he gained a position due to penalties, but unbelievable drive from the 3, or from everyone here in tier 3. Brilliant last lap. Can't beat it at all. There we go. The podium position for your winner, Brad in the Williams. Brilliant drive there. Kind of gifted it from Carlos, who did get that drive-through penalty, but he won't care too much. He will claim that 1st place spot. Brilliant drive from everyone here. So I'll leave you with the pass to me to do the rundown of the final race. Here we go. So to wrap up your final standings of the penalties,
Brad, your race winner today, in first place. Golden Egg Fry in second. Carlos Wolf in third. Fluffy comes in at fourth. DxT Joker in fifth. Vipers had a big jump there after the chaos of that last lap. Didn't get a single penalty, jumped up into sixth. Freedom into seventh place. Furby into eighth. Quitos, probably the biggest loser today. That silly move at the end cost him a lot of places there. Puts him in ninth. 10th is Jack. Rob is 11th. And obviously Vader, who didn't finish the race today, will be your 12th place finisher. Well, that was a very exciting race. I'm going to quickly check if we're going to bring in the top three of Brad, Golden and Carlos.
So unfortunately, we won't be hearing from the top three and driver of the day in the interviews at the end of the race, as they forgot to put on their audio to be heard on stream. So what we're going to do instead, we'll just wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching this DxT TV exclusive on the Trans Nation T3 Saturday League. I have been your host, DxT Hobo. I'll be here again next week at the same time of 8 o'clock BST, that's British Summertime. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And from all of us here at DxT TV, thank you very much. Goodbye.